with Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to another prosperous week. I am so excited because I just came not too long ago taking Benji to the park. We went for a beautiful walk. The sun is out. It is spring. So much love, so much vibrancy in the air. Okay, so yes, welcome back. Okay, and as I do every week, I discuss where the planets are placed and how can we use this energy. But before I start, I like to just always give you a rundown of the current positions as we speak today. And today is Sunday, the 21st, and right now the moon is in Gemini. Hello, welcome my beautiful queen. Ew. Okay, the moon is in Gemini and the moon will be moving into Cancer the 22nd. Okay, and that's a Monday. Then on Wednesday, the moon will be moving into Leo, and that's the 24th. And then it'll be moving into Virgo the 26th, which is a Friday, okay? And right now, the North Node is in retrograde in Gemini. Mercury is in, as we speak, the funny thing, Mercury right now is in Pisces, right? And Venus is in Pisces. Venus will be moving into Aries Monday the 22nd. Okay, Mars is in Gemini. Ceres is in, Ceres is in Aries. Jupiter is in Aquarius. Saturn is in Aquarius. Uranus is in Taurus. And Pluto is in Taurus as well. Okay, so as the planets that really stuck out to me for this week and how we can use this energy, guys, I'm so hyped. It's lit, okay? Like the kids would say, right? Venus, being that Venus will be moving into Aries on Monday, and we already started the new astrological calendar, which is Aries, right? Which is the head. Aries is what starts off the zodiac calendar. Pisces is basically was the end of the zodiac calendar. We just moved out from that, right? And then with Mercury being in Pisces still, okay, that also stuck out to me, and I'm going to discuss why that stuck out to me, and in Ceres in Aries as well. Okay, so I just gave y'all like the rundown real quick. I gotta like pace myself, okay? So with Venus being in will be moving into Aries. Okay, what really stands out to me, and how can we use this energy? How can we manifest our greatness, guys? Right? Being that Aries is the start, this is the beginning, this is the time, guys. This is a new, we just had the spring equinox, right? This is like the next quarter into this springtime. This is when all the things that you were in your prayer closet, as to say, speaking and wanting to apply in existence, okay? This is the time to manifest. No, actually it's manifesting right now. You know, it's so, guys, don't even let me hold you, okay? Because being in that headspace is powerful. It is powerful. This is the time to generate richness. This is the time to, when I say richness, I'm not just talking about money. Money is not the only thing that allows you to be prosperous in your life. You know, what really, honestly, what really keeps you in the prosperity lane is energy. Following positive energy, allowing your energy to propel you to where you need to be, because your story is not my story and my story is not your story, but be authentically true to your story, because that, my friends, this is where the blessings really lie. When you trust your inner being, when you trust yourself, you trust your vibes, and you going with your own story, let me tell you, you know, the creator never fails to let you know, like, very good, very good. You listen to who? You listen to me. And the thing about it is, it's very easy for us to, how can I say, listen to this person, or listen to this story, or whatever the situation, and make it our own. But when you follow your own existence, when you follow your spirit, what you are showing to the universe and yourself, you're saying that I trust myself. I trust what is in my heart. I trust my spirit. And what is your spirit connected to? Is connected to the almighty divine, okay? The creator that has created all. When you allow yourself to come from that plane, it just, you get like all these brownie points. It's like, those games, what was it? This is an old game. What is, like, Centipede? And it's like, you just be like pling 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 pling. Like, honestly, when you take that road, yes, by yourself. And when I say by yourself, allowing yourself to follow your energy and what you know is right for yourself and your physical and spiritual being, you manifest things. Because what you're showing the universe is that I am authentically trusting what I am being led to. It's not about questioning everything. Now, I'm not just saying like you just walk around blindly, but your spirit is never blind. Okay, you're always gonna know, okay, this is not right, or this is, or whatever the situation is. So with Venus being in Aries, Venus is love. Venus is the lucky star. That's why Fridays are so big. That's why Fridays are, think about it, everybody loves Fridays, right? They love a Friday, like LTGIF, right? Lucky number, because there's so much beauty and so much energy that comes from Venus, okay? Venus energy, Venus vibes. And which is so interesting because Thursday is the day of Jupiter expansion. So you mean to tell me the day before, okay? The day before you have expansion. You have expansion of energy. And then the next day is Friday. That energy doesn't just go away. My friends, make this energy work for you. This is the time to not doubt yourself. That's another thing. And with Pisces with Mercury being in Pisces, I should say, we're just coming from a hazy state. Like, guys, listen, Pisces season was something for me. Okay, it was like, I found myself, and I knew what was coming on. I knew what was going on within me, but it was literally an end of a story. It was really I was going through a transformation, and I believe that we all was in that rupture. One thing I would say, and about this whole situation that happened with this pandemic, what it did is that it actually recalibrated all of us at the same time and put us all energetically on the same plane. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. What it did was it actually propelled us to actually create together. And this is why you have to believe you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in, I don't like to say have, but I'm so passionate about this, guys. I'm like, have. I got to use that word, have, too, because I don't like people to tell me what to do, okay? But this is how passionate, so, forgive me or forgive me not, okay? This is when we have to allow ourselves to know that when we are taking these steps that does not make sense, or it's not even about, that's not even the word I'm looking for, making sense. We just have to trust and keep moving forward. Don't look to the side. Don't look this way. Don't looking back. You just keep looking forward and knowing that you have made it this far not to fail. Prosperity is constantly in the way. Think about, I love horses, right? Think about a stallion. I love a black stallion. I love a white horse. I just love horses, but it's something about a black stallion, okay? This horse, although sensitive, because horses are very smart, very mystical in my humble opinion, and they're very intelligent, but they allow themselves to move forward. Now, they can be distracted because they are sensitive to energy. So this is why when people are, I forget, what's that called, when the jockeys are on a racehorse, right? You notice that the horse has blinders on the side, and that's because they don't want the horse to get distracted. They want the horse to stay focused. They want the horse to focus on where we're going and move forward swiftly. And this is what this energy is giving, with Mercury being air. Mercury is air energy, right? You have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These are all air signs, and it's so interesting being that we're just coming out of the Pisces season and coming into Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac signs, and it starts with the head again. Air, right? Thinking, like what is going on in your mental field, in your mental hemisphere. This is also the time to honestly get your behind up and go for a walk, my friends. Okay? Like honestly, throw something on, have something ready. So when that first sun comes and kick up, like throw on your coffee. That's what I did. I threw on some coffee. I got Benji, and we just went. It doesn't have to be a big to do, but just getting those vibes, allowing yourself to rejuvenate, and letting the sun kiss your skin, kiss your soul, kiss your spirit. And especially for the people that lived in the northern hemisphere, we need that. This is our time, guys, right? So, which leads me into Ceres. Now, Ceres, let me just is an asteroid planet. It's actually a major asteroid, and it's right now in Aries. Okay, and Ceres is an asteroid with the goddess. It has goddess energy, and the goddess in mythology, I should say, it's the goddess of plant and harvest. Plant and harvest. Plant. Let me just repeat that. Ceres, the goddess of plant and harvest, is actually right now residing in Aries, which is the head. Plant and harvest. I just finished telling you guys how everything that you've been thinking about, this is a time to manifest. A lot of times people like to believe in things when it happens. Like, oh my God, like now I believe in it. Believe before you see. Believe before you see. I can tell you, when I'm not perfect or anything like that, but for the most part, when I allow myself to trust myself, and let me tell you something, this is a life work, my friends. This is not something, trusting yourself, at least for me, I'm put myself on blast. Trusting myself, it was not easy. It was not easy. It was a hard road. It was a hard road. And the reason why, to be candid with you guys, the reason why it was so hard for me, because when you have experienced, certain tragedies and certain losses in your life, and you say to yourself, you want to play the blame game. You want to turn around and be like, well, if I would have did this, or, how can I have been so stupid, or how can I have not, what I'm saying? Right. Believe without seeing, right? How can I have what can I say, avoided this particular situation? This is when you want to beat down on yourself. And I'm here to tell you that first of all, that road is a road to like misery, and there's no light in that road. Trusting yourself comes from a place of understanding that in life everything's things happen. You could sit in a room, with never coming out, and the world will still be moving. Energy is always moving. Energy is always moving things along. And when you come to a place of understanding that, you start to say, well, okay, energy is always moving along, right? So I can't stop it, so I might as well flow with it. Let me surrender myself to the current positions, to the current energies that's taking place, right? And this is why it was put in my heart to do these Astro Lives for you guys every Sunday, right? Showing up for you guys, because this is my offering. This is my offering to you guys. I'm all about, self-growth as well, but I'm also about teaching and aiding people from my own personal experiences, because I get from so many people, so I don't believe in taking out the pot and not putting something in, okay? And when I was saying about how, this, unfortunately, this pandemic put us all in the same plane, because everybody that has like survived this situation, because we already did, okay, excuse me, all right, we were reset. No one is the same from this particular situation. How can you be, right? So now that we are in Aries, this is a time to manifest. It's like your slate is clean, boo. Like, this is like you have a clean sheet of blessings. And let me tell you something, I'm not here to leave no money on the table. Don't leave no change on the table. Take all your coins, take all your blessings. And with Ceres being in Aries, that's major, okay? That is major, because plants and growing, like, honestly, I mean, it's springtime. This is when the trees start to blossom. We have new leaves. We start, the squirrels are coming, like, all at the birds. Listen, I am just so, oh my God, I'm so excited. Guys, I am so humbled and I'm so grateful that the spring is here. I almost want to cry. Like, honestly, low key, high key, I am really open, because I want to say it couldn't come at a better time, but you know what? That's the thing about it, is it's always right on time. It's always right on time. So whenever you feel the ground shaking or rumbling literally underneath you, know that you have what it takes to stand the test of time. Yes, this may be a rocky moment. It may be, very questionable in certain areas in your life, but trust the process. I know I always hear that. Trust the process, but no, seriously, trust the process. Do not, I should say, try not to begrudge the process. And no, with great change, with great blessings come great change. You can't expect, like, honestly, I remember when I, like, finally realized that, and I was just like, why didn't I realize that before? Or was it that I just was, like, trying not to, when you don't want to face facts? When I realized, okay, so Liz, you are aspiring for big things in your life. You have big blessings that you are honestly just, like, in the balances, following through, checking as you go, right? And then when you come across certain hurdles, right, in your life, like, honestly, it's like, these are paying your dues. Nothing is for free. What do you thought? You're funny. You thought you was gonna, like, reap all your blessings and not pay anything forward? Oh no. Nothing is for free. There's a price for every single blessing that you receive. That is the polarity of life. It's not a good or bad thing. That's just the way it is. Look at nature. Look at nature. When, now we are in a season of reaping the harvests that the plant, the seeds that we have planted, right? Whether it's in your business life, whether it's in your spiritual life, regardless, you know what I'm saying? This is the time. This is the time to reap the harvests. So, right now, that's why you see the sun out, because now when we see, by the time we see the how you come outside, 1 minute there's no leaves on the tree, and then 1 minute you look up and it's a whole bunch of leaves on the tree. I mean, that happens to me all the time, and I'm always bewildered, right? Right. Gotta get something to go through something. Yes. And learn in order to receive. Yes, my queen. You put it so, yes, you put it so eloquently. You have to give in order to receive something, and I think that, no, I know a lot of us, I feel like some people naturally are just coming from that space, but I know for myself, I had to really learn that this goes into everything. This goes into everything. And this is why, the leaves come back to the tree, come back, nature start to flourish, give you all her bounty, right? And then when we get into the autumn sector, this is when she starts to go dormant. Her energy, she's taking her energy away because she's going to sleep, right? And this is when the leaves start to, like, fall off and things start to change the colors, and next thing you know, they go bare. They go bare. Because why? Is it because nature doesn't love us? No, it's because it's time to allow all the energy that was put forward to just to clear out, to allow a new space. So when you are going through certain things, look at it. I like to always, I love to compare it to nature. This is what mentally prepares me for my gray or dark areas when I find myself in. I'm like, okay, let me take, of course, at first you're tripping, right? You're like, okay, like, I'm doing what I gotta do. Why is this happening? You know what I mean? Excuse me. But then you sit with yourself and you go, okay, it is what it is. This is a season. This is what I have no choice. I'm dealing with this. And I always say, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's how you, I listen, guys, I can tell y'all now. Okay, so I had some stuff happening in my apartment. Anyway, I'm blessed, okay, but it was crazy, not by my doing, certain, like water, okay, but thank God, that has been handled and stuff like that. When you live with other people, honestly, you don't have to live with nobody. Look at what's going on, like nature. You can have a house and live by yourself, and just things happen. But I'm very proud of myself because of how I didn't allow myself to just like lose my freaking lunch. What it was is what it was, and I found myself going with it. I find that, because my practice has really been about going with the flow, when things are not at the best light, I feel that I have more of a hold on my strength to go with the flow. Now, I always had that. I'm blessed in that sector, but I feel like my outcome, my bounce back is quicker. Although it still manifests in other ways, because I'm human. You might be holding it down right here and everything like that, and then it sprawls out, because that fright, that whatever, has to come out in other ways. And even with that, I learned, like, if I fall off in other ways, right, it happens, move on. Not to sit there. Not only did you probably, like, let's just say if you was on a diet, I'm just throwing that out there, and you started eating like late at night again or whatever, and then you was doing it, you had a really great run, and then one day, because you was in that space, you just allowed yourself to start eating like shit for a whole like week or two. And then by the time that because I noticed that you go through these spells, right? And then there comes a point where you're going through the spell that you kind of like have an out of body, like, okay, now I'm overdoing it. Like, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I don't like this. That's where the crossroads, like, okay, am I gonna like continue this path, or am I gonna go forward? And the thing about going forward is allowing yourself the space to say, okay, I did that, it happened, and move on. And that's one of the things. I'm not a Buddhist, but I learned in the Buddhist culture, that's one of the things that I found to be very interesting. They move forward. They allow themselves to keep moving forward. It's not about sitting there in your stew. You're sitting there just stewing. Oh, not only did you do it, you excuse me, I just went through a serious girl. What? Girl, I got your back. And I'm back on my, right. And you back when you're fasting. But you got to let yourself, I'm proud of you, honestly. I'm proud of you. Because the thing about it is, okay, so basically, I love that. I love that, because you have to let yourself go through that. Like, if you, whatever it is that is the thing that you was trying not to do, or whatever the situation is, let yourself have that moment and then move on. Like, we don't have no time to be sitting here, just like, not only did you had that spell, now you're going to sit there. And I was good at that. I mean, great at that stewing and just re-peeling that scab that just won't heal. You know what I'm saying? You are so welcome. You're so welcome. Shit. Like, okay, we all go through it. We're all at one. We are all here together. Okay. Again, nothing that any of us are going through is really that different. It just has a different outfit. But it's still, when you take that outfit off, the energy is still the same, which is, I'm in a space. This is where that space led me to. And now what? We all have a choice. We have a choice to stay stagnant or move forward. And with this series being in Aries, this is a time again to grow, to prosper. Like, guys, I'm so grateful and I'm so excited for you guys. This is the beginning of like the spring. Make this week prosperous for yourself, in any state or form. And you could take baby steps. Like, it's not about like, oh my God, like how when it's a new year, new me, boo, and all of that and other stuff. And it sounds great, right? And then you might have your great week, even your great month, and then life happens. And then you find yourself back in the same position. And usually what we want to do is, because we got off of that winning streak, we just allow ourselves to like make the whole year shit after that, because it's like, you know what? Better luck next year. No, it's like, all right, let yourself have those moments. You're going to continue having those moments. I don't care what you're trying to create. I don't care what you start. You're going to have bumpy roads. I will leave y'all with this. No matter what road you find yourself on, and especially like whatever endeavors you find yourself in, whenever you come into those spaces where it appears to be it is a really like dark or bumpy road, this is it's a gift. I'm learning like those bumpy roads are gifts, because you know what it does? It helps you reassess. Is this shit worth it? Is this worth it? Is this worth me being in this relationship? Is this worth me aspiring to open this business or studies or whatever you are finding yourself in? Is it worth it? It's a constant question that we would ask ourselves, and it's not about wanting to give up, but like, if it's not right, it's not right, and it's time to move on. Cut your losses. And I feel like when you go through these bumpy roads, in my humble opinion, this is a great time to assess the situation. When everything is good, everything is like, love, 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 right? You're not thinking about like, is this good for me? But it's when certain things, and it's not about tragedy, it's just about when certain things are not in its best light. That's a time where it's really powerful, okay, to quietly sit with yourself, sit with oneself, and just say, you know what? Is this like, let me see what's going on here. Like, is this right for me? Like how do I feel? I always examine, like, how do I feel about it? And it's always, I tell you, when you choose to do that, that is so powerful. You will never fail. And I'm going to go on record saying that. Again, when you allow yourself to go with the seasons and be true to yourself, and when you do find yourself in not the best light, and you take time to sit with yourself, I can guarantee you, again, the key word is sit with, well, I should say words because it's more than one word. Sit with yourself. You will not, and be true. Like, be honest with yourself. You're sitting with yourself and you're being honest with yourself. My friends, my loves, you will never, ever be set on the wrong path. Because when you allow yourself to sit with yourself and be true, you're going to always find the right answer for you. And, regardless of what that answer is, it's the answer. We're here for the gold. We're here for the win. I always say that I may not like where the truth is coming from at times, like, oh, but if it's truth, it's truth. I'm here for the win. Okay, so if I am in a place and I know for myself that it's not right, I'm not saying, listen, I'm a lady of a certain age. I'm not here to play them games. Like, if I know, you know how sometimes we want to kiss that point, like, oh, Lena. No, it's not worth it. It's not, especially when you know. It's just not. Right? So use this energy wisely, guys. Again, this is such a great turning point for all of us. I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear and see how each and every one of you are just excelling in the things that you want for this spring and summer. We had our, like, I should say, drought. I know I did, right? And I'm out that shit. I'm out of it, and I'm excited, and I'm allowing myself to be excited about it, and I'm celebrating myself, and you should too. Like, this is big. Like, you know, I'm a low key high. I don't know why I started saying low key, high key. I don't know where it just came back. You know, the kids be saying that, but anyway, I'm still a kid at heart. I started to allow myself to celebrate, and celebrating oneself, you know, that's always kind of like hard for me. I know it may not look like it, but like, because I'm always like thinking next, 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 not allowing, you know, like, like, you know, okay, you have achieved a lot here. You know, allow yourself to have that moment. Somebody said that to me, and I was just like, you know, when you hear, and I'm like, let yourself have the moments, and I'm just like, right, like, I, right. So let ourselves, let's me too included, right? Let's have these moments, and let's make this week really prosperous for ourselves, and understand that there is a word called tomorrow. You know, Rome was not built in one day, okay? And all roads lead to Rome. You like how I did that, right, guys? I love you so much. I had, you know, these lies, I feel like it's just getting juicier and juicier at the time. I'm just going with energy, you know, allowing it to take us where we are going. But I am firmly believing that it's for the best of all of us, guys. Be sure to have a prosperous week. Have a prosperous day. Thank you to everybody that came by. I love you so much. Thank you to my queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to each and every one of you, to my replays as well. You know, already know what the vibes is. And I'll definitely, by the grace of everything good, I will speak to you next week. Bye. You're welcome.